Chapter 13. And Abram journeyed from Haran, and he took Sarai his Ishah, and Lot his brother Haran's son, to the land of Canaan. And he came into Ashur, and proceeded to Shechem, and dwelt near a lofty oak. And he saw, and behold, the land was very pleasant, from the entering of Hamath to the lofty oak. And Yahuwah said to him, To you and to your seed will I give this land. And he built an altar there, and he offered thereon an ascending smoke sacrifice to Yahuwah, who had appeared to him. And he removed from thence unto the mountain Bet-Al on the west, and Ai on the east, and pitched his tent there. And he saw and beheld, the land was very wide and good, and everything grew thereon, vines and figs and pomegranates, oaks and alexis and terebinths and oil trees and cedars and cypresses and date trees and all trees of the field. And there was water on the mountains. And he baruched Yahuwah, who had led him out of Ur of the Kasdim, and had brought him into this land. And it came to pass in the first year, in the 7th week, on the new moon of the 1st month, that he built an altar on this mountain. And he called on the name of Yahuwah. You, the eternal Alua, are my Alua. And he offered on the altar an ascending smoke sacrifice unto Yahuwah, that he should be with him and not forsake him all the days of his life. And he removed from thence and went towards the Negev. And he came to Hebron. And Hebron was built at the time. And he dwelt there 2 years. And he went thence into the land of the Negev, to Baalath. And there was a famine in the land. And Abram went into Mitzrayim in the 3rd year of the week. And he dwelt in Mitzrayim 5 years, before his Ishah was turned away from him. Now Tanais in Mitzrayim was at that time built 7 years after Hebron. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh seized Sarai, the Ishah of Abram, that Yahuwah plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's Ishah. And Abram was very glorious by reason of possessions in sheep and cattle and asses and horses and camels and menservants and maidservants, and in silver and gold exceedingly. And Lot also his brother's son was wealthy. And Pharaoh gave back Sarai, the Ishah of Abram, and he sent him out of the land of Mitzrayim. And he journeyed to the place where he had pitched his tent at the beginning, to the place of the altar, with Ai on the east and Bet-El on the west. And he baruched Yahuwah Eloheinu, who had brought him back in shalom. And it came to pass in the 31st Jubilee, in the 3rd year of the 1st week, that he returned to this place and offered thereon an ascending smoke sacrifice, and called on the name of Yahuwah, and said, You, all Yan, are my Alua forever and ever. And in the 4th year of the week, Lot parted from him, and Lot dwelt in Sodom. And the men of Sodom were sinners exceedingly. And it grieved him in his heart that his brother's son had parted from him, for he had no children. And that year when Lot was taken captive, Yahuwah said unto Abram, after that Lot had parted from him, in the 4th year of this week, Lift up your eyes from the place where you are dwelling, northward and southward, and westward and eastward. For all the land which you see, I will give it to you, and to your seed forever. And I will make your seed as the sand of the sea. Though a man may number the dust of the earths, yet your seed shall not be numbered. Arise, walk through the land, in the length of it, and in the breadth of it, and see it all. For to your seed will I give it. And Abram went to Hebron, and dwelt there. And in this year came Kedorlaomer, king of Elam, and Amraphel, king of Shinar, and Aryak, king of Elakar, and Tidal, king of nations, and slew the king of Amorah, and the king of Sedom fled. And many fell through wounds in the valley of Sedom by the salt sea. And they took captive Sedom and Adam and Savim, and they took captive Lot also, the son of Abram's brother, and all his possessions, and they went to Dan. And one had escaped, came and told Abram that his brother's son had been taken captive. And Abram armed his household servants. For Abram and for his seed, a tenth of the first fruits to Yahuwah. And Yahuwah ordained it as an ordinance forever, that they should give it to the priests who serve before him, that they should possess it forever. And to this Torah there is no limit of days, for he has ordained it for the generations, for that they should give to Yahuwah the tenth of everything, of the seed, and of the wine, and of the oil, and of the cattle, and of the sheep. And he gave it unto his priests to eat and to drink with joy before him. And the king of Sodom came to him and bowed himself before him, and said, Our Adonai Abram, give unto us the souls which you have rescued, but let the booty be yours. And Abram said unto him, I lift up my hands to Al-Ayan, that from a thread to a shoe latchet I shall not take anything that is yours, lest you should say, I have made Abram rich. Save only what the young men have eaten, and the portion of the men who went with me, Anor, Eshcol, and Mamre. These shall take their portion.